cynical chill. We go wild just for the thrill. Cheerleaders doing their dance, crowd in a football trance. Friends and beers in every hand, living life like we planned. Let's step and go. We won't slow down in this wild football show. Let's step and go. We'll make some noise in this big crowd we know.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, one and all, to today's live stream. What's up, guys? Welcome back for another one. It is the third day of the knockout rounds, the second full day of knockout games, and we've got our kickoff today with Norway and Ivory Coast. I would consider the last two games of yesterday to be upsets, but someone in the chat brought up a very good point, saying that Morocco was technically ranked number 6 by FIFA and Norway was Netherlands were technically ranked number 7 by FIFA. So the super sleuths who love their football probably saw that one coming. However, the rest of us normies out here did really have our faith in the Netherlands and in Germany to beat Paraguay. Both those teams lost, so the underdogs have won twice now in this knockout stages. Pretty cool. Shout out to those of you in the chat who are here right now. Andrew saying I'll be taking off basically right at kickoff and landing after the final whistle. LMAO. Hope everyone enjoys the game, says Andrew. What up, Andrew? Shout out to the Inhuman guest, says hello there. Hello there, sir. Shout out to Hazer420. Shout out to Freddie Morales saying I got Norway, but after yesterday, you never know. Freddie, bro, that's my point exactly here. A lot of people, again, leaning heavy towards Norway. But are you going to fall into the honeypot? Are you going to fall into the trap? Because right now, I don't trust anything anymore. I hope that the United States of America will be able to win their game against Bosnia-Herzegovina. But at this point, I'm a little apprehensive to push my chips in that direction. Okay, that being said, let me get the scrolling text at the bottom updated here for you, Freddie. Shout out to Robert Zamora. Shout out to Reggio. Shout out to AM saying first stream of the day, AMRS7. What's up, man? We got Van Bowie saying over Wilson. Tommy Braskett says, let's try by the end of 3 games. Let's flip the meter to, oh yeah, we'll definitely flip that. Hopefully by the end of this first game, Tommy Braskett. I'd like to see if we can actually push it to 144 by the end of the day. That might be overly ambitious, Tommy, but we are going to set the bar very high, and if we end up somewhere below there, then we know we still made some pretty good progress. So our goal for this live stream is to get to 143. We want to pick up 300 subscribers on this Norway-Ivory Coast game. Will we do it? Can we do it? Yes, we can. Will we? I don't know. Shout out to Tracy. Well, what's going on, Tracy? We got NHL Oiler fans saying, I can't understand why Bosnia hurts Cavino. Shout outs to Santino saying, ooh, with the row right there. Set a high bar and break it, says J-Dog Vids. That's the plan, sir. That's the plan. Okay, quick look right now at our 2 starting lineups, ladies and gentlemen. We will start with the Ivory Coast side. We did cover Ivory Coast and Germany, so we are familiar with this unit right now. You will notice that this Ivory Coast squad does not have all their players focused specifically in Africa. You've got Atlanta, you've got Strasbourg, you've got Villarreal, you've got RB Leipzig, and you've got Inter Milan players out on this squad, guys. From the front to the back, your striker up there is going to be Antoine Bonny. That's going to be your main striker, your forward number 9. We could be watching the false 9 thing that I've mentioned over the last couple of games, where your striker, your 9, ends up hiding somewhere here next to Sangare and eventually makes a clean run through those defensive lines. All of a sudden, oh yeah, there's a forward here. Where's he been all game? I expect that to happen for Ivory Coast today. Yan Diamande going to be your number 11 on the left-hand side. You'll see Christ Inau Ulai. Thank you for the phonetic spelling here, ChatGPT. Yes, Christy now Ulai going to be number 26 in the middle of the pitch. Frank Kisei going to be your middle of the pitch on the right side there. And looks like Nicolas Pepe going to be your right winger for this Ivory Coast squad. You'll notice a 4-1-4-1 formation, which interestingly enough is the same formation that was run by South Africa, and they got absolutely stomped. Well, can't say absolutely stomped. They lost to Canada, and we'll see if Ivory Coast can figure out the 4-1-4-1 situation here better than South Africa could. Ibrahim Sangare going to be your defensive mid. Conan, Agbadu, Kusonu, and Doué going to be your back line for this Ivory Coast squad, with Yahia Fafana, the goalkeeper for Ivory Coast. The Elephants here today. That is the Elephants here today. And we were going to get the scrolling text updated here, so let's go ahead and get that fixed as well. I hope everybody's doing well today, guys. I'll be honest, I was a little sad today. Because I had to drop Sammy off at Grandma's so I can do all 3 of these games. And one of my favorite parts of getting to work from home is that in between live streams, I get to turn around and hang out with Sammy in between streams. Today, that's not going to be the case, but that's okay. I will be distraction-free for today's live streams. Okay. Honestly, maybe YouTube is a distraction from Sammy, not the other way around. Let's get into the Norway side here, guys. Shout out to Norway. And although they are wearing what looks like orange on this screen, it's actually red. They will be wearing red here today. Actually, I think today they're wearing dark blue, which doesn't matter. Up front, your 3 strikers today on the left side, Antonio Nusa. Erling Haaland is the man you know, you love, and you want to see score again. Another number 9 up front. He will not be a false 9. Erling Haaland is definitely a striker that stays in that striking position, always looking to score. Alexander Sorloth going to be on the front right-hand side. Patrick Berg in the middle on the left. Sander Berga. Yes, Berg and Berga. Very close, not the same. Sander Berga for Fulham will be wearing number 8, and Martin Odegaard going to be wearing number 10 for Norway. On the back line, David Wolf. You'll see Hegum, you'll see Ayer, and you'll see Peterson as your 4 defensive players for Norway, with Orjan Nyland as the goalkeeper for Norway here today. These 2 teams, both teams, have played a total of 3 games heading into this one, guys. So 3 games in. Here are some stats for y'all. Okay, Ivory Coast in the last 3 games averaging 52% possession. Meanwhile, Norway in their last 3 games 50-50 with their opponents. Very, very close when it comes to shots total. Much better for shots on target for Norway. Double the shots on target for Norway, i.e. double the goals for Norway. So that is going to be something that Ivory Coast is going to have to deal with moving forward here, guys. This is a very good striking team. Erling Haaland opened up the World Cup scoring 2 goals on day 1 and then another couple goals as this thing went on. Erling Haaland has been very good and is front and center in the race for the Golden Boot behind Leo Messi and Mbappe. So keep that in mind. We will see some striking today from both sides. I do expect Norway to have a slight edge offensively, but what do I know? Now, I'm excited because this is supposed to be on paper a 50-50 game and not a 70-30 game where the team that has 70% possession still somehow loses the game. What? Morocco actually won their game, but Germany 70% possession against their opponent, and they lost the game to Paraguay yesterday despite being the better team on paper. Assists and passes, pass accuracy, all the numbers are here for y'all. And honestly, I think this game is pretty 50-50. If we take a look at the percentage stats now for the defense here, take a look at the defensive numbers. Shots on goal and shots conceded, Ivory Coast's defense has actually had to deal with less shots and less shots on goal than the Norwegian side. So while the offense for Norway can be considered better than Ivory Coast's defense, than Ivory Coast's offense, Ivory Coast's defense is going to be problematic here for the Norwegian side. They end up coming up with more interceptions. They make more tackles in open space. They've only conceded 2 goals, guys. So while Norway has scored 8, they've also given up 7. And while Ivory Coast has scored 4, they've only given up 2. So, this here is an immovable force, this one, or an immovable object and an unstoppable force on one side and the other, should be for really dramatic football, if I do say so myself. 3 games later, guys, only 2 goals scored against Ivory Coast. Gotta give Ivory Coast credit where it's due. Now, can they exploit that Norwegian defense here? That becomes the real question. A couple of cards there for Ivory Coast, so we do have some different players on this back line. They are going to be playing. Of course, all the cards have been cleared out heading into this round. But, you know, that's still got to get in their heads right now. Okay, let's pull up Ivory Coast, Norway. This will be next. Ivory Coast, Norway. Those are the stats. All right, guys, 3 games today. Ivory Coast, Norway coming up first. France, Sweden coming up second. That's a 4 p.m. Central Standard Time kickoff. And then 8 p.m. tonight, Mexico and Ecuador. Mexico. Mexico. By the way, we are also planning, I am actually planning during a hydration break to raid some channels while we are live for this France-Sweden game. I want to show some love to some other people out there on the YouTube platform that have been doing really well. I also want to reach out to, well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'll drop the links in the chat for the hydration break when we're closer towards that game or when we're in that game. We're going to be doing some raids here today. Shout out to Hank Padilla. Shout out to Tracy. Rock and roll, Tracy. Thank you very much. Daniel says final after penalties registers a draw. Let's see. Singularity Anomaly says howdy. Robert Zamora is in the chat. B. Johnson saying effing family. That's it, man. Vivian saying we're here again. Thank you. Appreciate y'all in this chat. Never Change Mario says NR Random. Thank you, Mr. Random. Optunic says go Norway. Ashley drops the Norwegian flags. Bridges to be crossed, says DJ Gene. Ed Gene is also in the chat right now. What's going on, Hazer? What's going on, Captain BS? Hazer 420, the GOAT. And Raids, yes, says Robert Zamora. Norway emoji? The Norwegian flag is what it is. But you're looking for a Norway emoji, CJ Banning? Do we have one out here? I don't think we do. We can get rid of South Africa's now. We can get rid of Germany's now. Didn't think I'd be saying that. Kickoff coming right now, guys. Looks like Ivory Coast is going to be over the ball here to start things off. So it is going to be Ivory Coast with possession to get this game started. And let's get this game started. Let's get it started. Ha! Yeah. Running. Looks like a throw-in already coming here, and it's going to be a throw-in going the other way for Norway. Norway is wearing their whites today. Norway wearing their tidy whities, and Ivory Coast wearing their orange. So Ivory Coast in orange. Let's put this where it needs to go. Cool. All right, played back one more time, guys, and it looks like, let's make sure that I've got everything situated and ready to go where it needs to go. That's the problem here. Go live, confirm and go live. Okay, so looks like Wolf is going to throw in right now. Norway in the attacking third here, guys. Wolf turns around, plays this to the right. Looks like it's going to be thrown back to Hegem. Hegem plays it to the middle. It's Iyer. Iyer going to hold right now for the Norway side. Played right back here to Hegem. Let's see what kind of day Norway has today. Good through ball right now, trying to chase it down. It's Wolf, and Wolf can't get there in time. Cleared away by the Ivory Coast defense, but won back quickly here by the Norwegian squad. So Norway wins the ball back. Couple things I need to do, I guess, add some of the new updated emojis. Headed to work, says CJ Banning. I'll be back for the next game. Bye-bye for now, he says. Welcome to First Down, Tracy. Rock and roll, Tracy Simmons. Hey, Santino, if you're out there, bro, in the chat, maybe you can do us a solid since I'm a little wrapped up here at this moment. I got to make a quick change on my side, man. Do you think you can go into the YouTube settings and set up the Norway emoji? Shoot, I should be able to do this. I've done this a million times. Hang on. I can do this real quick. Don't worry about it, Santino. I got it. I can do it real quick. Badges and emojis. Sorry, looks like we're removing Germany. Sorry, Germany. We're going to have to put in Norway to fill in your spot. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, Norway, Norway, Norway. Here comes a chance for Norway. Crossed into the box, headed in the right direction. Cleared out by Ivory Coast. Dangerous attack right there. Now we've got the Norwegian crest, Norway here. That save and publish. Just reset your screens, guys. You should have access now to a Norway crest. Do I have an Ivory Coast crest? Do I have an Ivory Coast crest? Let's add one more. Norway with the ball in the attacking third. It's running back here. Badges and emojis for all of the channel members. Looks like we can remove, who else got eliminated? South Africa. Do I have the South Africa crest here? Maybe not. Belgium, Spain, Paraguay, Mexico, Australia, Korea we can change. Korea, Ivory Coast. There we go. Ivory Coast. All right, guys, we've got badges and emojis for this game right now. Both teams are now set with emojis. The new crests are available. Be sure to refresh your page if you are a channel member so you can get access to those of y'all who want them. Ladies and gentlemen, Norway is over the ball once more. It's going to be Norway's possession here. Let's see if they can get this dangerous attack going, and they cannot. It's going to be cleared out one more time by the Ivory Coast side, and as we approach the 5-minute mark, I got one more thing I need to do here, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is make this full screen. So that's what I'm going to change now. Okay. Ivory Coast seems to be on the run here. Here comes an attack for the Ivory Coast squad. Played forward right now. A chance for Bonnie, maybe? No. Looks like a goal kick coming now. Goal kick for Norway. All right, so right-hand side, first of all, welcome. On the right, everything you're seeing is literally what I'm calling out loud. This is in real time, almost exactly to the second what we're watching. I've also got more data on the right-hand side down below. You can see the possession stats down there at all times. Not only that, but you'll notice that down below I have stats scrolling galore as well as starting rosters for both teams so that you can familiarize yourself with who's who. Foul here. Free kick awarded now to Norway. Norway going to get a free kick here. They will play this one backwards. Welcome again to Tracy. Welcome to First Downs. Okay, Coast and Orange. Fact there, Ed Jean. Row, row, row. I say 2 upsets today, says Dion Ramirez. What up, Dion? See you in the chat right now. The blind one says, what's up, Mario? What's up, chat? What up, blind one? How are you? Vips back for more. Here's a pass towards the middle here, guys. Norway to Berga. Looks like Berga going to give this backwards and up the gut once more. Played out to the left-hand side. Noosa almost loses it here. It's back to Wolf once more. Wolfa passes this one to Hegem. Hegem to the right-hand side. Iyer will bring it up. This actually is Iyer to Peterson. Peterson now has some room to roam. Peterson brings it to the attacking third. He's just outside the box. Peterson feeling the pressure here. Doesn't want to face the same struggles that we saw in the last game with Germany and Netherlands. Throw-in will be awarded here to Ivory Coast. Great play on the back end right there by Kanan. So great job there by Gislan Konan. He earns the throw-in. He will throw this one in as we approach the 6-minute mark. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to today's live stream. If this is your first time, happy to be here for you. Raymond saying, enjoy your commentary from South Africa. Excellent, says my friend Raymond Schultz. Cheers to you, Raymond. Appreciate you. If you guys happen to stop by Trevor Noah's channel later, let him know Football Nation is a fan, and be sure to tell him what's up on my behalf. Okay, guys, this goes into the box. It will be cleared right back out. Looks like a couple of headers going left and right here, and Ivory Coast winning possession in the middle of the pitch here. This is going to be won by Sangare. Sangare towards the middle, and back we go. Here is Pepe. Pepe plays that forward. Looks like a good through ball up to the front. A chance for Casilla or Casille. Casille can't quite control it, but it is going to be a throw-in now for Ivory Coast in a dangerous area. Ivory Coast throw-in at the feet of number 18, Sangare. Back and forth, Sangare Out to the right-hand side we go. Here's a chance and a cross into the box. Dangerous! It does find another person on the other side. It was Jan Diomande, but Diomande could not control the header. Somehow Ivory Coast recovers. They reset. Ivory Coast at the cusp between the middle third and attacking third. Ball played up the middle to the letter D. Passed backwards, played wide. Just outside the box, the whip comes into the back post. Looks like it's going to be headed away again by a Norwegian defender. Hegem had to get there. Who is going to make the play now? It's still Ivory Coast inside the 18-yard box, attacking against Norway, knocking on the door, playing backwards, and now playing towards the middle. Little footwork right now. Through ball maybe to Pepe. Pepe, what are you going to do, Pepe? Pepe, left foot into the box, cleared out. Good piece of defending right there. This time, Hegem breaks it up again. Okay, Hegem breaks it up. The result of the play is a corner kick. The national team equals worst nickname ever. Ashley, cheers to you. I feel the love. Ashley says the only YouTuber that I'll watch when it comes to live sports. Freddie Morales says, LOL Dairy. Or Ireland too. Over 2.5 goals, guys, says Rishi. Let's hope so, Rishi. I'm hoping for a big game here today. Here is Pepe for the corner. Pepe. Hands up, hands down. Corner goes in. This is to the spot. Fighting for the header. Looks like it's going to be nobody's ball. Goal kick will be awarded now to Norway. Norway wins a goal kick. Ivory Coast is dangerous and not to be messed with, says Singularity Anomaly. Hastravog. What's going on? Welcome. Biting the nails. Cheers, says Vips. Looks like Strigomalia drops the Ivory Coast flag. Hi, country, says James. Light mango, says Swaggy. Okay. Love it. Norway to the right. Just learned how to switch the emojis for future situations. I changed Netherlands to Ecuador for tonight. Thank you, Santino. Rock and roll. Thank you, dude. Appreciate that. We should definitely go up and down that list. I think for the most part, we're there. But if you want more emojis, guys, we need to pick up more channel members. The more channel members we have, the more emojis we can do, which is why we set the $1 level during the basketball season so we could get more channel members. Thank you to Robert Samora for gifting out those 5 channel memberships yesterday. And thank you guys, all of you who have become channel members on your own accord. The ball will be won back right now by Ivory Coast. They're playing in good triangle formation here. This is going to be a pass through the middle, and that is breaking the triangle. It will be won back by Norway and then fought for here. Ivory Coast wins it. Through ball up to the attacking area. Dangerous, has to be cleared out, and it will be cleared out by Nyland. Nyland puts this back towards the middle of the pitch. We are 10 minutes into this game already. Edgar Mancia, what's up, bruh? TTV saying, who's your dog in the race for the finals? The Spurs. Just kidding. It's the United States, and it is Norway in the box. A dangerous pass is going to be sniffed out and cut out by Ivory Coast. The Elephants working the ball well. The Elephant is in the room. Robert Samora gifted out 5 more Football Nation memberships. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, sir. Jordan says, what's up, Jordan? Shout out to Robert Samora, man. Pastor just got a Football Nation membership. Savvy Family just got a membership. Cushing's just got a Football Nation membership. Looks like TTV just got a Football Nation membership. Thank you to Robert Samora. YFC111 also dropping a super sticker for the Flow State. Appreciate you in the super sticker, sir. Ivory Coast, Norway. This is the start of the match. We still have not had any one team really controlling this game all too much. Ivory Coast fighting to get the possession back to level here, guys. Fighting to get the possession back to level. It is Ivory Coast with the ball as they go to the top side of the screen. Number 26 with it right now. It is Ulai. Ulai gives this forward here to Kissie. Kissie plays this to the left, and now it's at the feet of Kanan. Kanan to the middle, and back once more. There's an open player, this time wide open at the bottom of the screen. Duel was wanting the ball. That's Dirk Nowitzki. That is Dirk Nowitzki. He's not Norwegian. He is German from my understanding, but shout out to Dirk Nowitzki in the house. All right. The greatest of all time. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate you. All righty, folks, here we go. On the run here, pushed from the back. The official says play on. Looks like it's Nusa. Nusa and the Netherlands, and Norway will lose the ball. Norway loses it. It's Ivory Coast one more time. Ivory Coast one more time. Pastor says Durka, LOL. Here's the run now on the right-hand side for Sorloth. Sorloth has the pass, or that ball actually stripped out from underneath him. Well done by Diamande. Diamande earns the ball back, wins the ball back in a good place too, because Norway was approaching that attacking third. Here is Ivory Coast playing from the back. It is Kasunu, gives to Doué. Doué, a beautiful through ball. A bad first touch, cannot control it on the way down. And so, unfortunately there, bad control. We'll see what happens. Okay, 1-2, give and go, short combinations here for Norway. Played to the left-hand side here. A diagonal ball will find the feet of, looks like, Hegem. What will Norway do? This style of play I'm okay with for a little bit, right? Playing on the back line, but we saw this happen too much yesterday with Germany, and they allowed Paraguay to score. We saw this happen too much yesterday with Brazil. Brazil was strong enough of a team to come back, but they were in trouble at halftime. It was 1-0 at halftime, and it looked like Japan had the upper hand, but Brazil managed to come back and win. Dangerous place to be playing right now for Ivory Coast. They are inside their own 18-yard box. They're playing and crossing it across their own 18-yard box, and finally they clear their danger here. Running through the midfield, another diagonal ball towards the sideline. It's controlled at the top of the screen by Diamande. Diamande trying to shake and bake against Peterson. He beats Peterson, and Peterson will pull him down to the ground. No whistle on that play. That is crazy. And you can see Diamande saying, "What the F?" He goes, "What the?" Looking at the official, I mean, that is definitely a pull down to the ground right there. Definitely a pull down to the ground right there. Let's take a look at something for Norway. Yeah. Okay. All right. So corner coming up now for Ivory Coast. The corner kick is up. This one is going to be headed away. We're at the 15-minute mark now. 15 minutes gone. That means 30 minutes left to play in the first half right here. To the right-hand side they go again. It's Doué. Doué into the box. Nobody coming in. Maybe a chance. And looks like a goal kick again. I think he was looking for Bonnie. Instead, he ended up finding Diamande. Overcooked that pass. I don't think he was looking to put it at the opposite side of the 6-yard box. But that's okay. All right. Good attack. Good effort for Ivory Coast. Norway going to bring it back. It's Norway with the ball. Nusa to the middle, and back we go again. Wolf looks to the right, gives to Hegem. Hegem up the middle. It's Berga. Berga plays this one to the right side. Ayer. Ayer chips to the right. Sorloth. Sorloth back once more. Quick passing right now. Players getting picked out well. Who's going to deliver a good ball towards the area here? It is Berga one more time. So Berga gives this to Ayer. Ayer to Berga. Berga again to the right-hand side. This time it's Peterson. Peterson. And this whole Norway side needs to figure it out. There's a good play forward. Chance now for Sorloth maybe? No, this defense is really, really good for Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast winning the ball back and looking confident over the ball as well. Looking very confident, if I do say so. Ivory Coast, all the way back to Fofana, the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper puts this on the opposite side of the pitch. A safe pass going to be made here by Pepe. And Pepe gives this to Kasunu. Kasunu back inside his own box. Try again, Fofana. Fofana sends this to the left. It's Kanan. So, Agbadu gives to Konan. Konan plays forward to Diamande. Diamande almost loses it. We're back in the middle now again. Looks like Ulai plays this to the right side to Pepe. Pepe is approaching the box now. Pepe plays that forward. A quick touch now for Bonnie. And another play back towards the middle. Give and go. A chance here for Pepe. And it's going to be a goal kick. Pepe so close. He's got some words right now to exchange with, looks like the officials. They're showing goals scored this season. Corner kicks in this game. Ivory Coast has already won 2 in this game. Let's get the stats back up for you guys. There you go. All right, chat. I know I'm still with y'all right now. I know y'all are still with me. This is it, dude, says Mr. Mojo. Not sure, right? Says no. Pastor Window. What up, Pastor Window? Al Ambient saying hello, chat. What's going on, chat? Welcome in. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Mario. Welcome to today's live stream. If this is your first time watching, welcome. If this is not your first time watching, welcome back. It is Norway and Ivory Coast going at it right now. Played out to the left-hand side. Norway with possession. Hegem gets the ball. They're in their own defensive third. Norway looking for a way through. Ivory Coast has all the passing lanes clogged up. Norway is going to have to figure this out, winning one-on-one challenges, because the interceptions that I'm seeing from Ivory Coast, every time Norway tries to play the ball forward, should be studied. Okay, ball currently at the feet of Odegaard getting involved here. He plays backwards to Ayer. You can see Hegem running up saying, hey, let's move this forward here. Let's move the ball and change the pace. I don't believe this is Ayer, actually. It looked like it was Berga. Berga gives to Ayer. Ayer goes to the left. It's Hegem. Hegem feeds this one to Wolf. Wolf has a chance. Wolf to the middle. It's going to find a white jersey. Here comes a chance right now. Sorloth lays it to the left. Wolf has the pass cut out, and it's a corner kick again. This time it's Norway who wins the corner kick. This will be their first of the contest as we hit the 50-50 mark for possession. Chet in it. Cheers to you, man. Out of 5K plus. I'm subbed to this right here out of 5K plus. Says Chet in it. Underdog Nation says VIP. This corner kick. Oh, it looks like it was a throw-in, actually. And how? How is that not a corner kick? Did I miss something here? Okay, Ivory Coast is on the run. Ivory Coast will play this to the left. Diamande is on the run now. Chance right towards the center. No, it's going to be played here to Franck Kessié. Kessié threads the needle. Good pass forward. Now Ivory Coast is at the box. Lots of orange jerseys to the attack. Off the right foot. It's going to go off the side of the net. The shot by Konan will be a missed opportunity. It was a shot, a clear shot at goal. Poorly placed. Looking to slip this in at the near post. Right past Nyland. Nyland would have been beat, but the shot was not good enough. That was way too close, says Optunik. Ivory Coast is pressing, man. Someone says Ivory Coast going to score. Daryl saying, I can see this going to penalties, dog. Daryl, bro. It could. I hope it doesn't, but it could. Norway going to reset with possession. Here comes team captain Odegaard. Odegaard, the team captain for this Norway squad. Going to play it to the left. Play it left one more time to Antonio Nusa, number 20. Nusa says Nosa plays this towards the middle here. And a slight window collapsing right there, forced to a safe pass. Patrick Berg gets a touch. He goes back again to Hegem. Hegem looks to Ayer, and we are resetting one more time. Can Norway get through? Can the Vikings? Ooh. Doom, doom, woo. Get through here. Berg to the left. Nusa to the right. Hegem. Berga on the back line, goes back and forth here and out to the left. Here comes Hegem. Hegem again to Nusa. Noosa has the pass deflected here. I think maybe a corner kick has just been awarded to Norway, ladies and gentlemen. Dangerous place now. Okay, we are 22 minutes into this game. Drum roll, please. I'm actually drum rolling on my desk. Drum roll, please. Corner kick for Norway. Let's effing go, says Jeff. You heard the man. Another day in Dallas, huh? Another day in Jerry World. Here we go. Corner kick for Norway. The Norwegian corner is up. This is knocked away by the defense. Chasing it down now is Noosa. Challenge coming in. Whistle coming in. Looks like a free kick will be awarded to Ivory Coast. It's a foul. Sangare asking for more. He wanted a penalty, or not a penalty, but a card right there. Wolf got in the way of a breakaway. That's honestly a cardable offense. We did not see the card. It was a collision there with Diamande. Diamande collides with Wolf. David Wolf on this one, so free kick awarded to Ivory Coast. Not sure, right? Says, let's get it. Let's get it, guys. Let's get it, guys. $1 billion baby, says Mr. Mojo. Ago, I see you. And we go to a hydration break, guys. Our first hydration break of the match. Oops, there's the intro. That's the intro video. What's up, guys? Welcome, welcome, one and all. Hydration break up, Tunic. That is correct. How many people do we have watching this live stream right now? Let's take a quick look at the analytics. Looks like we've got 1,300 in the chat. Thank you guys for sticking around. Be sure to smash that like button if you are still watching with us. Average view duration looks like we're sitting at a couple of minutes. Let's see if we can't pump that up here as well. All right, guys, so we're still under 20% for the likes. That's okay. Glug, 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 glug says not sure, right? Ivory Coast says Udekachia. Edukechia saying Ivory Coast. Norge says Emily Husby. What's up, Emily? How are you doing? We'll wrap up within regular time. This game, says Ted Chin. Go Spurs, go, says Ken. Let's go, Ken. Juan says Mexico, Mexico, Mexico. It's going to sudden death penalties, bro, says Daryl. It's possible, Daryl. Shout out to you guys. Are your hydration breaks sponsored too? Says Irvine Lawrence. Sometimes they are, Irvine. Sometimes I do. And I'd love to get a sponsorship from Red Bull, but right now our sponsor for today's video is Acorns. I'm not going to hit you guys with that right now. What I'm going to tell you guys is that we got 3 games today. It's over my left shoulder on the right side of your screen. Ivory Coast and Norway is first, followed by France and Sweden after that. That'll be our next game. And then Mexico versus Ecuador. Mexico versus Ecuador. 3 games coming up today. Tomorrow we will have 3 more. It's going to be England and DR Congo, Belgium and Senegal, and USA versus Bosnia-Herzegovina. These games today are going to be fun. These games tomorrow are going to be electric, especially the Ecuador and Mexico game. México, 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 señoras y señores, ese partido va a ser un partidazo igualito como el que tenemos ahora. Y también Francia y Suecia, eso va a ser otra cosa. Bueno. That's going to be a hell of a game. And then over here, Inglaterra y Congo, Bélgica y Senegal y Estados Unidos. Going to be a good game there for the USA. I will be wearing my American flag on this one. Yanks are limping to the halfway point, says Mr. Mojo. Ladies and gentlemen, the hydration break is just about over. Ivory Coast, France, Mexico. That's what Sean believes. Well, yesterday you probably also would have said Brazil, Germany, Netherlands. Well, guess what? It was Japan who lost. So it was Brazil, Paraguay, Morocco yesterday that ended up winning those games. So you may want to think twice before we make those picks today, Sean. We may want to think twice. Things are starting to get serious, says Singularity Anomaly. And ladies and gentlemen, hydration break is over. We're back to the action. A through ball coming in here for the Ivory Coast will be picked out by Norway. Ivory Coast fights for the ball back. It's Norway in the middle of the pitch. Looks like a throw-in not going to be awarded here. Yes, it will. Gracias and tak, says my friend. It looks like may the force be with you. And with you, sir. May the force be with you. I love it, man. May the force be with you. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Do hydration breaks last 5 minutes? No, they're typically about 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes for the hydration breaks. All right, guys, Ivory Coast wins the ball again. They're slowly winning back the possession battle here. Ivory Coast is on the run. Here comes the ball at the feet of, looks like this time it's going to be Cassie, and it's played forward now. They've got help inside the box to the back post. The shot's not going to be on target. Was that Pepe? And it's going to be cleared out for a corner kick. Pepe, I think that was a shot. He missed it, though. Thank you for the super chat. May the force be with you. Looks like ZV Carita. ZV Carita says, can't wait to see Ecuador versus Mexico. Best tacos versus best yapingachos. Never heard of yapingachos before, but that's cool. Rock and roll, man. Yapingachos. Sounds delicious. Pepe on a corner kick for Ivory Coast, folks. We are looking at a corner over here on the right-hand side. The corner is up. The corner is defended well here by Norway, but another chance to attack for Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast has it one more time. Back post. A chance now. Controlling it. Nobody. It's going to be a free kick, a goal kick for Norway. Thank you guys for the supers, man. Appreciate y'all. Don't forget to smash the like. Norway with the ball. It is Odegaard who's under duress. He plays it forward to Sorloth. Sorloth all the way back in the defensive third. Going to play this to Peterson. Scratch that. It's Ayer. Ayer to the left. Hegem on the run. Hegem has some green grass to operate with. Plays it to the left. More green grass here for Wolf. Wolf into the attacking third. He plays this out to Nusa. Nusa, nutmeg, a little spice right there. The nutmeg. No, no, no. Yes, Nusa, a chance. Top of the box. A chance to shoot. Crashing, crunching tackle. Nusa can't get the shot to go either. Hezzies. Too many hesitations right there. Ivory Coast counterattack. Here we go. Ivory Coast is now on the run. It is Pepe. Pepe, a little shake and bake. Pepe is into the box. Flicks it with the left foot into the box, and it's going to be a corner kick now. Pepe, outside left foot, scoops it to bend it in the right direction. If you can imagine him running from this side, right, if you can just picture my finger, with his left foot, he could shoot to this side of the net, right? But instead, he flicked it with the outside of the left foot, giving it a bend that went right back this way, and it made it very dangerous right there. A beautiful pass there from Pepe. Corner kick goes up now, and a chance to score again. Looks like another corner kick here for Ivory Coast. Let the spice flow, says El Ambience. Ivory win today, says Roshan. Was actually expecting this. The weather right now is on Ivory Coast's side, says Pastor Window. By the weather being on Ivory Coast's side, there's Micah Parsons, by the way. Are you referring to the fact that they are indoors? Because we are indoors at Jerry World right now. This is in Dallas, in Arlington, Texas, at the home of the Dallas Cowboys right now. This is played into the middle here from Diamande. Now, of course, it is a retractable roof, but I do believe that they're going to keep this one closed here today. Because why not? Pepe skills. Pepe got skills to pay the bills, says Mr. Mojo. Shout out to Street Veteran, saying pass it to Mario, bicycle kick time. And then I land on my neck and break it. Norway so soft they are scared to go past the half pitch line. La Costa de Marfil. Ivory Coast here. Hasland gassed. Norway gassed right now. Italy shout out. Honestly, I don't think Erling Haaland has had a single touch on the ball here today. He definitely hasn't had a shot opportunity. Ivory Coast is marking the man very well. Italy shout out, says Vince. What up, Vince? Row forward, Norway, all way. Here we go. Ball popped up into the air again. Battling for the ball right now. Here we go. Maybe a chance in the middle. No. Haaland very much guarded here. Guarded well. He is playing up front now. but we're not seeing him get much action here at this point. Make sure I've got my stuff all situated now. Want to make sure all my scores are set and my lineups are accurate. I do believe they are. Have not seen Erling Haaland get involved. The ball is with Norway. We're at the 30-minute mark already, if you can believe that, guys. The ball is on the left-hand side. There's a good pass to the left. It's going to be controlled well by Nusa. Nusa looks to the middle of the pitch, switches this to the right-hand side with some haste. Sorloth looks like he will lose the ball, and now we've got a good counterattack. Pepe is onside. He's not going to pass it to him. He passes it short. Pepe wasted a lot of energy running back, but it is going to be a corner kick for Ivory Coast, so it was not all for naught. There is a chance here for Ivory Coast still. Pepe was wide open right there. Bad read. It looked like Conan. It actually wasn't Conan. It was a bad pass there from Diamande. Diamande should have been more aware. "33 minutes gone. Another corner kick coming in for Ivory Coast. Another corner kick coming in for Ivory Coast. Hand coming up. Ivory Coast corner, dangerous corner. It stays low this time. Flicked in the right direction with the foot. Inside the 18-yard box, it's played to the right. A chance to shoot as they approach the inside of the box. No, pushed back out. Forced to retreat. What will they do here? Another super chat came in from a friend right now. I've got, looks like Omar dropped a super. Thank you, Omar. Here comes a pass deflected and a corner kick again for the Ivory Coast. Omar, Ecuador. Thank you, Omar. Here comes a play into the box. Another cleared defensive header. This time it was Erling Haaland who got the ball out of the way. Erling Haaland has had more touches as a defender than as a striker here for Norway. We are looking at 0-0 as we approach the 35-minute mark. Can you believe that 2/3 of this first half are already gone? We will get some stoppage time here. Norway actually playing a little more under duress than I had expected. Y sigo siendo rey del corazones, saying that this African team today is going to get the win here. Looks like they are playing it well. Let's refresh this statistic because I don't think this is right. Statistically speaking, it does not feel like Norway has the possession. It does feel like right now the possession is in favor of Ivory Coast. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to today's live stream. We have a halftime trivia quiz for y'all today. Don't go anywhere. Oh, let's actually change this here because I don't think this is the right trivia quiz. Ivory Coast, Norway. There we go. We'll get the trivia quiz during halftime. Shout out to Robert Zamora gifting out 5 more memberships. All right, guys. 35 minutes are gone. No goal yet. Another opportunity for Norway here. Robert Zamora now has gifted out 10 memberships today. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And for those of you who have just been given access to these emojis and badges like Team Cosmic just did, use them. Drop them. Who are you rooting for today? Talk to me, Martin. Talk to me, Street Veteran. Not sure, right? Team Cosmic Seeds immediately started dropping the badges and emojis. Shout out to Team Cosmic Seeds. Shout out to Robert Zamora. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you to everyone. The Sandcastle sent here by Miss Jackson or Mr. Jackson. A shout out to Mikey Savage who sent a red card out right now. I see the red card, guys. Thank y'all again for the support. There we go. We got Mad Steve dropping the badges and emojis. Here we go. I love it. Appreciate y'all. Sweet. All right, Norway attacking third now. Sorloth outside the box. He's going to try to cook the defense. He does send a dangerous pass to Erling Haaland, who meets it with the head. Erling Haaland, first shot is on goal. Erling Haaland. Looks like this time he will not score. Bruh, he wanted that so bad. He wanted that so bad you could see his face. He's got the eye of the tiger, dude. Free kick has been awarded now to Ivory Coast. Another super coming in. Looks like a trophy being sent in from Lorne Jackson. Thank you, Lorne Jackson. William also gifting a trophy cake. Thank you guys for the gifts. He missed, says so. He didn't miss. He would have scored, but it was saved. There's a difference between a save and a miss. Now, I know, baseball snobs got all over me because I called it home base once instead of home plate. I said points instead of runs, or I said scores instead of runs. Anyways, there's a big difference between a miss and a save and a block. Lots of terminology that we got to get used to for different sports. Stregmalia says it's Leviosa, not Leviosa. Here comes a run to the left-hand side, and it's going to be passed into the middle. Here comes a chance for Noosa. Noosa passes this one to the middle. A chance right now from outside the box. It will be blocked by the defense. Defense prevents the shot from reaching the goal. No save needed for the keeper. Here comes a pass to the right-hand side. On the right, top of the screen, Norway trying to punch through here. Ivory Coast defense holding well. Standing there in their ivory towers of the Ivory Coast. It's out to Odegaard. Odegaard forced to retreat. Ivory Coast continues to play defense extremely well. Peterson, scratch that. Ayer, Odegaard. Odegaard, nice pass through the gut of the field right now. This is going to change a focal point. Played to the left-hand side. Caught in stride, played out to Noosa. Noosa, what can he do here? The triple team, looking to the top of the box, plays this one out to number 6. It's Berg. Berg gives this to Odegaard. Odegaard gives it right back to Noosa. Noosa's got space inside the box. Noosa! 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 Goal! Noosa scores in a tight window, the upper 90. You cannot have made that any better. Holy crap. That shot into the side net, upper 90. Norway takes the lead. It is 1-0. An amazing goal from the left side inside the box. Noosa in the tight window on the side net. The perfect amount of bend. No way the keeper was getting to that. Fofana in good position. A perfect, beautiful strike. Oh my God, that's amazing. What a shot. What a shot. That was phenomenal. That was awesome. What a shot right there. Norway up 1-0. Holland just warming up, says Vince. Erling Haaland didn't even get involved on that play. All right. All righty, folks. Bad pass, unforced error, throw-in given to Norway in an attacking area once again. It is now 1-0 Norway with a lead here and the ball. We are 40 minutes into the match. We finally got some separation between the two sides. Norway up 1-0. Ivory Coast going to shock the world, says B. Johnson. Look, man, too many teams yesterday went into these games not respecting their opponents. I don't think Norway's coming in with that approach. I do believe Norway knows that, Germany got eliminated and Netherlands got eliminated. That means that there are less and less European teams in the way here. Here comes a run to the right-hand side. Maybe a chance now. A cutback move, and Peterson with the ball lays this out. A chance to the back post. Maybe a header. Erling Haaland in the box. Haaland, no! Will miss. Another miss. This time, it was a miss. Erling Haaland inside the box had a chance. I think the flag may have gone up for offsides. Haaland, looks like the shot for Haaland may have been deflected. Is this a corner? It is a corner. So it was blocked, guys. A block. It wasn't a miss for Haaland. It was a block. And a corner kick coming up now. The flag stayed down. Corner kick for Norway. This shot is up. This shot, a corner almost goes into the back of the net. Looks like chasing this one in was Sorloff. Couldn't connect flush with it. Sorloth had come in with some speed and actually made contact with the ball, just barely missed it right there. Holland couldn't quite get to it either, so a goal kick coming now for Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast a little shook right now, says Raymond. Sweden for the upset, says David. You think so? Penalties is such a cruel way to lose, says Micah. Maikali Kong. All right, guys, Norway puts this back towards the Ivory Coast defensive side. Ivory Coast does seem a little rattled here after giving up that first goal. Can they figure something out? They will send this all the way back here to Nyland, and Nyland will control easily for Norway. 1-0. Will this be the only goal of the day? Type Y for yes, type N for no, chat. Yes or no? Will this be the only goal in this game? Maybe. Maybe. Someone saying Norway 3-1. A lot of people saying no, we are going to get some more goals. Here comes a chance for Ivory Coast to try to level this thing out. A response maybe by the Ivory Coast side, and the response is going to have to wait a little longer. Played in towards the middle. Ivory Coast with a lot of attackers in the box. They are inside the box, and a terrible, terrible shot. Looks like a deflection here, and it's going to be Kanan who earns a corner kick for the Ivory Coast. Total Punk believes this will be the only goal of the day. I would not be surprised if it is the only goal of the day. Ivory Coast fighting right now. It is Diamande to send this one in. 43 minutes and 40 seconds are gone here. This one is up. This one is punched away. Absolute Falcon punch there from Nyland. Falcon punch. Punch that thing away. All right, another ball played into the box, and this is going to be sent over the crossbar. Looks like it's going to be a potential corner kick again for Ivory Coast. Let's see what the officials say. Looks like not a corner kick, maybe a throw-in, maybe a corner. What are we seeing here? I'm seeing a corner get laid down. So the official points to the corner kick again for Ivory Coast. All right, Pepe. This time, Pepe, left foot. Let's see if he can do some danger with this one. There is the corner into the box. It looks like someone slips in the box, wanted the penalty, not going to get it. Coming away with it, Noosa is going to be pushed over. The official blows the whistle, and it looks like a free kick maybe. Noosa seems confused. We'll see what happens here. Is this going to be a throw-in? Looks like it's going to be a throw-in here for Norway. The official trying to get everyone to stop crying. The officials not going to be fooled by this. Slight jersey pull right here, but no need to throw yourself down to the ground. All righty, folks, we are getting added time. Don't know how many minutes of added time, so I'm going to throw 5 minutes, excuse me. The official time comes in, it's +4. Ivory Coast on the attack, +4 of stoppage time right now. And bad tackle. Noosa looks like he's going to be carded for this one. Okay. Noosa, number 20, is the first player to be carded in this match. The official finally reaching into his pocket for a yellow card. Noosa kicks a man in the legs, and I think that's fair. Duel hits the ground. So a free kick, a set piece most likely for Ivory Coast. Let's see if they can handle this now. Noosa has a goal and a yellow card for Norway. And you can see that we've got Nyland directing the wall where he wants people to be. Ivory Coast gets at least 1 goal today, says Vince. Umpires are cooler than referees, says Daryl. All right, Pepe, back post. This is towards goal. No! So dangerously close here, guys. It looks like a free kick will be, a goal kick will be awarded now to Norway. The shot was off target there by Ivory Coast. Almost ran into that post right there. Almost took his own head off from Nyland. Okay. 2 minutes are gone in the added time. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to today's live stream. My name is Mario. I am your host. Thank y'all for hanging out with me today. I hope y'all are having fun. We've got about 2,000 people in this chat. Do not go anywhere because I've got halftime trivia for you guys between Norway and Ivory Coast. Do your best and forget the rest. In about 2 minutes, we'll bring that up. Okay. All right. Here we go. So the score is 1-0 here, folks. Norway and Ivory Coast. Played backwards right now. It is Norway. Looks to the left. Plays this one out to Hegem. Hegem going to bring the ball up here. Hegem through the middle of the pitch. Looks to the left. Plays to the left. Here comes a quick play by Wolfe. Wolf to the center one more time. Berga. Berga to the right. Peterson. Peterson. Is that a blue sleeve on you? I don't know if that's Peterson or if that's Odegaard. Either way, it's coming back once more. Now it's Ayer. Ayer does give this to Peterson. Peterson gives it back to Ayer. Ayer being pressed by the Ivory Coast attackers. What is Norway going to do? They're going to push this into the attacking third, and chasing it down is Sorloth, but he will be too late to the party as Ivory Coast will control possession now. This is booted up from the goalkeeper. Looks like Fofana going to try to play this into a good area. Looks like it's going to be a free throw in here for Norway in the attacking third. Maybe Nusa? No, he'll play it back. All right, guys, David Wolfe to throw this one in. David Muller-Wolfe looks into the center, does connect with a quick pass here to Patrick Berg. Patrick Berg gives to Nusa. Nusa loses the ball, and it's now going to be a throw-in for Ivory Coast. 30 seconds here left to go. It's thrown in for the Ivory Coast, falling down to the ground while trying to make a pass. Looks like it's going to be Bonnie who hits the ground, and he recovers. And it's stolen right back by Patrick Berg. So here comes a play now. Berga gives backwards now to Ayer. Sander Berga gives back to Ayer, Christopher Ayer. He's going to hold right now as we hit the 4-minute mark. This official's going to blow his whistle. Yeah, there's the whistle. All right, guys, it's halftime. Cool. Not half bad. Second half coming up in just a second here, y'all. We'll have a 15-minute break right now. If this is your first time watching, welcome. And welcome to our trivia quiz. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for halftime. We do these trivia quizzes for every single live stream. We want you guys to have some fun with these, so we've made these questions fairly easy here today. Let's start with question 1. Let's have some fun. If you've been here before, you've seen this one before. Ladies and gentlemen, who is Norway's captain at the 2026 FIFA World Cup? Is it Martin Odegaard, Erling Haaland, or Sander Berge? A, B, or C? A, B, or C? Who is the team captain right now, Shoop? Talk to me, brother. Tell me, Shoop. He says it's Haaland. Someone says it's Captain Hook. Guys, we talked about this. It is Odegaard. Doom, doom, ooh. Here it is. Doom, doom, ooh. Love the row. Best Selly. Best team Selly. No doubt about it, bar none. Martin Odegaard is the team captain for Norway. Commit that to memory. Here comes question number 2. All right, guys. What is the nickname of the Ivory Coast men's national team? Is it the Elephants, the Mammoths, or the Ivory Guards? What is the nickname of Ivory Coast's national team? A, B, or C? By the way, question 1 was supposed to be the easy one. This one is the Elephants. It is literally the logo on their crest. You guys have been seeing that all game long as well. You can see it there on her shirt on the lapel. Right there, the Elephants is the name of the Ivory Coast squad, and I like it. Let's go to the next question, guys. How are y'all doing so far? Anybody 2 for 2? Let's go to question number 3. What is Norway's best finish in the World Cup? Did they get to the round of 16, the quarterfinals, or second place? What is Norway's best finish at the World Cup? A, B, or C? Optunic says B, question mark. J Card says B. Steve says A. Irvine says A. A lot of you guys saying A. The correct answer is A. World Cup history, guys, believe this or not, Norway has never gotten past the round of 16. They have a long way to go. This Norwegian squad is looking good now that they've got Erling Haaland, but The question then becomes, how far can Norway really go in this World Cup? Next question, y'all. Ivory Coast finished second in which World Cup group this year? I'll rephrase this to make it easier for you. What group was Ivory Coast in during this World Cup? Was it Group C, Group E, or Group G? Guys, this was 3 days ago. This was 3 days ago. What group was Ivory Coast in, A, B, or C? Well, C, E, or G. The correct answer is Group E. They finished second. Germany, Ivory Coast, and Ecuador. Germany has already been eliminated by third place Paraguay. Ivory Coast looking like they could be eliminated here by Norway. Can Ecuador survive for this group? Okay, question number 5. How old was Martin Odegaard when he made his debut for Norway? By the way, again, this is the team captain for Norway right now. Was he 15, 17, or 19 when he made his debut for the Norway national team? Talk to me. Tell me. What do you think? Martin Odegaard. The correct answer was 15 years old, guys. 15 years old when he played for Norway. There's a reason he's the team captain. He's been the longest tenured player on this squad, really, at this point. Fantastic talent. Here we go. Question number 6, guys. Who scored Ivory Coast's first FIFA World Cup goal? Was it Bakary Kone, Didier Drogba, or Aruna Dindane? A, B, or C? What do you know? Hey, hey, ho, ho. One of these answers has got to go. A, B, or C? I love these trivia quizzes, guys. If this is your first time, we do this every single game. The answer is Didier Drogba. And if you don't remember Didier Drogba, man, go back and watch some Chelsea games from back in 2007, 2009, whenever Didier Drogba played for the club. Drogba, probably the heart and soul of what used to be the Ivory Coast team. Let's go to the next one here, guys. We've seen this question before, but we moved the answers around. Which former Norway striker was nicknamed the baby-faced assassin? Was it John Arne Riis, Ole Gunnar Solskjær, or Tore Andre Flo? These Norwegian names I need to work on. Is it A, B, or C? That's easier for me. Riis, Solskjær, or Flo? The answer is Bravo here, the baby-faced assassin. Take a look at that baby face, man. Take a look at that baby face. Of course he was. Of course he was. No surprise there. I'll go with B, says Jeff. Hey, man, you got it right. Okay, I got 3 more questions for you, ladies and gentlemen. 3 more questions. How many times has Ivory Coast won the Africa Cup of Nations? Twice, thrice, or 4 times? I did not include the star on the logo on purpose, so you guys have to guess. How many Africa Cup of Nations have they won? A, B, or C? The answer is 3 times they have won the Africa Cup of Nations, guys. Thrice is the correct answer. Let me do a quick Google search, says D Casual Game. Well, that takes the fun out of it, bro. Just do your best and forget the rest. Ivory Coast has won the Africa Cup of Nations 3 times now. I got 2 more questions. These are for funsies here, guys. These are the randos. Okay. Erling Haaland had a brief stint with which of these 3 rap groups? You heard that right. Was it the Flow Kings, Nordic Sounds, or Viking Bars? Erling Haaland had a brief stint with which rap group? I know this one, says Not Sure, right? The correct answer is A. It's A. It's Flow Kings. It's A. That is the correct answer here. Mr. Mojo says the answer is always B. Is it, Mr. Mojo? Is it always B? Although Viking Bars is a hell of a name. I think that's a better rap name. Let's go to the last one now, guys. Final question. Which magazine included Didier Drogba in its 2010 list of the world's 100 most influential people? Was it Time Magazine, Forbes Magazine, or GQ? A, B, or C? Didier Drogba was on the cover of one of these three major magazines as the most influential people on Earth. Is it A, B, or C? The correct answer here is Time Magazine, guys. On the cover of Time Magazine, one of the 100 most influential people in the world. Shout out to Didier Drogba. Shout out to the Ivory Coast. All right, man, how did you guys do on this trivia quiz? That was fun. That was fun. I think you guys did better than the last time we covered these two. Sports Illustrated would have been a great dummy answer there, Irvine. I should have added that one in. 8 out of 10, says Mr. Mojo, were B. I don't think 8 out of 10 were B. I mean, as a matter of fact, question number 10 was A. Question number 9 was A. Question number 5 was A. Question number 2 was A. Question number 3 was A. I don't know what. Question number 1 was A. I think 2 of the answers were B, bro. I think you got that absolutely backwards. Question number 1, the answer was A. Question number 2, the answer was A. Question number 3, the answer was A. Question number 4, the answer was B. Question number 5, A. Question number 6, B. There was no C's in this one. Question number 7 was B. Looks like 8 was B, and the rest were A coming out here. So, yeah, you know. Anyways, 6 right, says Tanja. Swaggy got 10 out of 10 again. No, that's silly, says Jeff. 7 out of 10, says Safety. 9 Nguyen got 9 out of 10. Raymond got 9 out of 10. I kind of gave up because I'm not familiar with World Cup history, says Optunic. That's okay, but did you learn something? That's the most important part. Reggie says that that was fun. KDM, honest, I like the take. He says he got 1 out of 10. That's okay. As long as you guys had fun, that's all that really matters. That's all that really matters. It's a quiz conspiracy, says Zeers. Damn, I did a lot of A's. Santino, we still got time to update the other ones. We can make all of them the letter C if we want. We can make all of them the letter C. We can do whatever we want. It's our trivia quizzes, bro. We can make them however we want because they're our trivia quizzes. As a matter of fact, get ready. Get ready because there will be some answers that might be all of the above or none of the above moving forward. You heard that right. We are going to throw some twists and turns at you guys during this World Cup. Okay, guys, I had a very ambitious goal at the start of today's live stream. Our start of today's live stream, the goal was to get this stream to break the odometer. We need just 12 more people right now, 11 more people during halftime right now to get to the next rung up. And then by the next hydration break, we need to have at least another 100 people. We are 211 people short from where we need to be to stay on track. But that's okay. Big Quiz is running the world, says Swaggy. I learned something, says Al Ambient. Shout out to Jeff saying, hell yeah, Mario. Love the challenge, says Singularity. Leer harder, brah. That was my least favorite move for Pokemon. We can make them however we want. We can. We absolutely can. Go with B, you'll pass, says Mr. Mojo. Next time, every answer is going to be D. We're going to add a whole extra question to make it even harder. No, but Santino, realistically, we've done so many of the football quizzes, we probably should add a letter D to the football quizzes. But anyways, did you play football for a team? I played football freshman year at Warren High School until I got arrested with pop brownies and kicked off the team. So, yes and no. You live and you learn. I was 14 and I was young and I was dumb and I grew up and I turned out okay. We're doing well now. But yes, I did play soccer at Warren High School here in San Antonio, Texas back in 2006. But I only made the JV squad. And then sophomore year when I went to when I transferred high schools and I went to a different high school because I literally got expelled from this one. When I transferred high schools, those guys were so good, man, and I made the JV squad again. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to be JV. If I'm not varsity, I'm not in this. So I literally gave up playing football, playing soccer, I should say. I stopped playing soccer, and then I started doing theater. And because of the background I built with theater is how I was able to build this skill of communicating with you. So everything happens for a reason. The World Cup happened for a reason. We are here. We are live. And the second half is coming up. Captain BS says, you went to Warren? Go Warriors. Fact. Okay. Is that a Full Metal Jacket tattoo on your left forearm? It is. I did alter the alchemy circle to have my family zodiac signs on the inside. Good eyes, ears, I see you. What happened to the brownies, though, says Swaggy McNolegs. They were confiscated, and there was a whole thing. Dude, I'll make a whole members-only live stream about that incident when I was young. Man, it was so bad. It was like the first time that I had like legitimately made my parents disappointed in me, and it broke my heart. And ever since that moment, you know, I had mixed myself with the wrong crowd. Probably the best thing that ever happened to me in my life was leaving that school and leaving that circle of miscreant friends that I had that I no longer talk to anymore in my life, and getting to go to a new high school and getting a fresh new start. Because look at me now. Oh, look at me now. Oh, I'm getting paper. Look at me now. Yeah. I'm fresher than a mole. For real, though, I am. We're having fun. We're here. We're having fun. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for hanging out with us. The world is a stage, etc. I thought the world was a vampire. Kidding. Okay, let's take a look back at this game, guys. Second half about to get started. Let's set this up once more. Should be second half. Getting started in just a moment, guys. Possession advantage slightly to Norway. Ivory Coast looking okay. Let's see. Go Bears. Ivory Coast going to win. Wolfie Graphics saying, hey, Super Mario here listening to you on the phone at work. Rock and roll, Wolfie. I'm here, brother. Don't go anywhere. We're live for the second half of this game. Ladies and gentlemen, we will have a third game tonight as well, but the next game coming up is going to be France and Sweden. You can see this right now behind me and above me. That will be the second game today. Be sure to come back for that. For now, it's Ivory Coast and Norway. Especially when you karaoke, says Total Punk Tribute. Rock and roll, man. Irvine, I am a fellow thespian. Very, very much so. Very merry. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I see y'all in the chat. Waiting impatiently, France, Sweden, says Leo. Shout out to Total Punk. Thank you for the super. Looks like Norway will have the ball to start, so here we go. We start the clock once again. Norway playing this one all the way back to their keeper. It's Nyland who will boot this forward into the attacking area. Going to be recovered now by Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast sends this long ball up the pitch. And it looks like a whistle coming in. Free kick awarded already. Free kick awarded already. Am I a Cowboys fan? Someone asked in the chat. Vince, what do you think with my big Cowboys chain? Yes, I am. I am a Cowboys fan. Football Ninja, I've been commentating on this channel. This is the third year on the channel since we started it. I started this channel back in December of 2022. So December of 2025 was my 3-year anniversary of calling games. Took 3 years to get to about 150,000 subscribers on YouTube, taking it seriously. We're not to 150 yet, guys. I need your help for that. If you guys are getting support and getting the content that you want from these games, guys, then smash the subscribe button. A push in the back right now results in a free kick here for Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast will be getting a free kick as they play this backwards now. To the right-hand side, looks like Kasunu plays this one forward to the, looks like Pepe. Pepe goes back, and Bonnie now has it at the attacking half. But he is going to be swarmed by white jerseys of Norway. Norway, no, Erling Haaland tried to get involved on the play. Chest trapped. Dropped down by Peterson. It goes back to Nyland. Nyland chips this over a would-be attacker. Gives this all the way back out right now. Off the body here, and a throw-in now for Norway. Norway gets a throw-in. It's going to be Peterson to throw it in. Looks like Looks like a couple of words being said right now by Inau Ulai. Here is pressure coming in. Ayer pressured right now. How is that not a foul, ref? He is literally pulling on the jersey so hard right there. Ayer absolutely and clearly fouled. The official just said play on. So Ivory Coast now with possession. Kisunu gives to the left. This time it's going to be Agbadou. Agbadou gives to Konan. Konan back to Agbadou, and Agbadou goes all the way to the right. Kisunu, quick touch, changes direction to the right-hand side. Due in the middle. Looks like Kasie gives back to Kisunu. Kisunu gives back to, this is Sangare, I believe. Sangare will slowly walk the ball up past the midfield line. And now we're playing skip rope back and forth on the midfield line as Ivory Coast is too scared to make a committed attack. Either too scared or overthinking the process here. There's a pass forward. It's going to be an awkward first touch, but it's still recovered here by Ivory Coast. A whip into the box. Nobody in that area. It goes over to the far-hand side. A chance for Pepe. Pepe is in the box. Pepe. Ahmed, what are you going to do here, Pepe? Plays it back. A shot coming in, and it looks like maybe getting a piece of it. Nyland puts this back out towards the middle of the pitch. Here comes a chance now. Konan gives this one to Diamande. Diamande plays this into the 6-yard box. Corner kick awarded now. Ivory Coast pressuring here. Ivory Coast pressuring here. Okay. Lots of Viking hats I can see around this stadium at Jerry World. Diamande gets ready for the corner kick. Honestly, guys, I would switch Pepe and Diamande and put them on opposite sides for corners. I prefer my bend to go back towards the player instead of towards the goal, although I understand the reason and why you would want it to go towards the goal just to build some extra momentum. But if you can picture what I'm saying here from the corner, they're going to reset this. If you can picture what I'm saying from the corner here, they're bending it back towards the goal, right? Bending it back towards the goal. And that can be dangerous. Here's one that goes in. This is a header that's going to be broken up. But if you hit it with the other foot and bend it from here back towards the penalty spot and get your bend to go back towards the penalty spot, then you've got players who can meet the ball with force and get a much more forceful header towards goal. Again, if you're at the bottom of the screen here and you bend it back towards the spot, you can get a more forceful attack. But if you're at the bottom of the screen and you bend it this way back towards the goal, yes, you are getting the ball in that direction, but it's all preference at that point. Here's a chance now inside the box. It's going to be knocked away, maybe. Who's got it here? Odegaard will win this one. Odegaard plays this forward, and it's cleared out by the Norwegian side. Cleared out by the Norwegian side. Slice instead of shank, says Mr. Mojo. In-swingers versus out-swingers, says Irvine Lawrence. I agree. We want a close game, exciting, all 90 minutes, says May the Force be with you. Why don't you call it the small box? That's what we do everywhere. Faster also, instead of 6-yard box, says Pedro. Instead of calling it the whatever yard box, 6-yard or 18-yard, it's pretty simple. He says the small box. That is what we do everywhere. Okay. Okay. You know, I'm open to constructive criticism. We can sprinkle this in as it goes right now. Here is a cross that is going to be a through ball that, again, is going to be picked off right now. Here comes a challenge, and it looks like a throw-in will be awarded to Ivory Coast. So Ivory Coast wins a throw-in in a dangerous area. They throw this one in at the feet of Sangare. Sangare plays this one up and gives it back out one more time. Konan in the flat, in the flanks, approaching the box once more. This is a dangerous play. A chance maybe rips this from way away and misses the target entirely. Beto calls it the small area. I've always known it, guys, as the 18-yard box, the penalty box, or the goal box, the goalie box, the keeper's box, if you will. Anything inside that 6-yard box, needs to be handled by the keeper. Or should be handled by the keeper. Either way, call it what you will, tomato, tomato. I think you guys understand what it is that I'm saying. What's in the box? What could it be? Would you like Norway to score another goal with me? Okay, out to the left-hand side we go. Hegem plays this one out to Wolf. Wolf back to Hegem. Hegem. Back and forth we go here. He's going to pass this one to Sander Berge. Berge back to Wolf. Wolf back to Berge. And now Norway is going to play jump rope with the midfield line. All right, Berge turns around. Back to Wolf. Wolf into the middle. It's going to be Patrick Berg. Not Berge. Berge to Berg. Berg to Berge. Abadi, abadi. Odegaard's in trouble. Odegaard all the way back to the keeper again. The keeper plays this out to the right-hand side. Norway coming out of their own defensive box. They'll play this one out to the right-hand side again. Peterson now cutting back towards the middle, trying to turn away from the challenge and feeling like the pressure is coming in as it was. This one cut away. Here's the run now. Here's a chance. Peterson might let it fly. He's got the angle. He plays it left. Another chance for Nusa. No, Nusa lets it go. This is to the back post and nobody is there. Norway with a dangerous attack, scooping this one up right now. It will be Fofana. Okay. It is 1-0 here, Norway. Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast plays this to the right, number 17, Duet. Duet has it here. Duet plays to the right again. Pepe. Pepe. Short pass right now. And Ivory Coast will continue to hang out right there at that attacking half. Still in the midfield third, but looking for something to get through. Just at the cusp here. Looks like Ulai switches this one out to Pepe. Pepe approaches the box, lays this out, a chance to shoot, blocked, a chance to shoot, saved, a block and a save coming in and regrouping. It's Douay and Ivory Coast. Here comes Nusa trying to steal the ball back. He does. He's going to be pressured and it's going to be a throw-in once again for the Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast gets another. Okay. Throw in for for Ivory Coast. One this time. Out to the right side. Here comes a potential chance to shoot. No, looked like a handball. The official getting screamed at right now for a handball. The official says, no, I didn't see that. Play on. And again, it's going to be Ivory Coast coming away with it. Sangare plays this one back. Electric Divergent says, appreciate you. All right, guys. So y'all call the small box, huh? No one calls it the goal area. No one calls it the 6-yard box. Am I the only one who calls it the 6-yard box or the goal box? Everyone else calls it the small box. I can't be the only one who calls it a 6-yard box or the goal box. I can't be the only one, guys. There's absolutely no way. As a matter of fact, I took the 6-yard box comment from Alexi Lalas, so I know for a fact that he said that. He's crossed this into the box, maybe a chance to shoot right here. This is the big box, if you will, and the shot will be wrapped up in front of goal right now by the keeper once more. 6-yard and 18-yard, that's what I say, Joey. But what do I know? How do you call it in Spanish? I don't really call it in Spanish. La verdad que yo no sé, la caja pequeña, no sé. La caja pequeña, puede ser the small box. I might actually work out better. I would actually say, they say pequeña. I would say la caja chiquita, but that makes no sense. So la caja pequeña, no sé. La área peligrosa, the dangerous area, no sé. La verdad que yo no sé, pero. Irvine says you are not alone. Thank you, Irvine. Electric Divergent. The 5.4 meter box, of course, says Jack Baller. You know what? We should call it the 5.4 meter box from now on. I don't want to call it anything else now, thanks to Jack Baller. We've got a set piece coming up, a free kick right now for Norway, guys. Free kick coming up for Norway right now. They are very, very close to the 18-yard box edge here. Here comes a chance from outside the 18-yard box. And I think the box is what we can just refer that to. Here we go. Hand goes up. This set piece to the back post is in the hands of the keeper. A good save right there by the keeper. Ivory Coast now going to try a counterattack here. Ivory Coast will run this up out of their own defensive third. Played towards the middle of the pitch. Ivory Coast is on the run. Ivory Coast has help up on the far side. Beautiful vision on the pitch right there to feed this all the way out to Conan. Conan now has 3 other orange jerseys inside the area, and it looks like a corner kick again for Ivory Coast. How many will Norway give up? Norway has given a lot of corner kicks here. As a matter of fact, we're going to let that scroll by on the right-hand side. Guys, take a look at that. I'll slow it down even more. Here comes a slow play right there for Ivory Coast. This is into the area. It's deflected here. Slight deflection. Ivory Coast continues. This is going to be a chance now for Diamande to give a serviceable ball into the area. Diamande looks to the right. Diamande plays it safe. No substitutions yet. A shot from deep range by Ulai. Not going to trouble anyone on this one. That actually might have been Agbadou who missed. They're showing a cutback, and the first goal from Nusa, that goal was amazing, bro. Agbadou just, I guess, had that last shot. Right angle kick, says Jack Baller. The hot box, says Swaggy McNolegs. All right, folks, we've got about 30 minutes left in this match as we approach the 60-minute mark. On the right-hand side, you can see the stats scrolling by. Looks like Bonnie has now been substituted out. Number 9 leaves the pitch for Wahi. Wahi is now on the pitch here. Wahi now on the pitch right now, number 12. For Ivory Coast, we've seen a substitution. Here are the Netherlands in the attacking area. Maybe a chance to shoot. It's cleared out by the defense. Another substitute, Ivory Coast. Looks like, okay, Ulai also substituted out for number 15, Diallo. Make sure I write these down. So 2 substitutes have come onto the pitch here, guys. We've seen a few substitutions. Here comes a free kick awarded now. Odegaard has some choice words for this sideline official. Odegaard had something to say right there. We did just cross the 60-minute mark. Ivory Coast looking for the response. Norway scored in the first half. We're 15 minutes into the second half. And we got 30 minutes here left to go. There's a boot. And this kick for Norway, for Ivory Coast will go to Norway. Chance now for Ivory Coast. Quick touch right there by Diamande. Diamande plays this back to Diallo. Diallo now has a chance here. He looks to the left, gives back to Diamande. Diamande approaching the box. He's currently guarded here by Peterson. Diamande double team, and it's cut out this time. Good job by Odegaard. Odegaard plays it short forward. Sorloth is there to help support. Played to the opposite side. Looks like here comes a run. A run coming up from Wolf. Wolf plays this out to Berg. Berg is now on the run. Berg is going to play this back to Wolf. Wolf tries to get there, and he won't get there in time. A good defense there by Ivory Coast. Just faster off the ball. Ivory Coast now gets an attack going. Ivory Coast give and go at the top of the screen. Looks like it's a good opportunity here. And Diallo all over the place. Diallo looks to Wahi. Wahi's in the box. He's at the top spot. A chance. No, the pass was made to him. He couldn't control it. It was cut out by Norway. Maybe a chance for Ivory Coast again. They get the ball back once more. It is Conan with the ball now. Conan plays back. And back again they go. Sangare gives this to the right. Kisunu gets it. Kisunu feeds this to the right once more. We're going to scroll this back up. Maybe a chance from outside the box. No. Not going to take the shot. Nobody has the desire to just let it fly and be the hero. Here's a pass now to Diamande. Diamande tries to put that towards the spot. Good defense from Norway again. Another corner kick. I'm disappointed in the collective us, says Electric. Why is that? Oh, eclectic. Excuse me. 2 more goals. Let's go Norway, says Julio Gomez. Bienvenidos, Julio Gomez. If Ivory Coast loses, much respect for this team. Much earned respect, says Singularity. Thank you, Singularity. Shout out to you. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to today's live stream. I am your host. My name is Mario. We've got 2,000 people in this chat. Just under 500 likes right now for today's live stream. We're going to get another water break here pretty soon. We are behind on our subscriber goal for today. If you guys are enjoying this live stream, if this is your only way to access the games, guys, subscribe. I got you covered. Corner for Ivory Coast. Going to be punched away again. This is a chip to the back post. That seemed like a lazy shot, but a shot nevertheless. Another shot coming in. This is cleared out of the box once more. Norway says, get this out of here. We want to play on that half of the field. This is going to be headed back to the keeper, chasing this one down. Looks like Norway going to lose possession and then win it right back in a throw-in form. Erling Haaland went from one end of the pitch to the other. Haaland's got to be out of gas after that. Mr. Blue was saying Haaland will score soon. Where's Haaland? Very quiet today. He was the one who just put the pressure on right now. Brado eat better. What's going on? Appreciate you. Go hit that like button and subscribe, says Jack Baller. You heard my friend. Ivory Coast will win. Go Africa, says our friend Kanadik Wajafa. Kanadik Wajafa. Thank you for checking in. Curtis Sandoval also in the chat saying, I liked and subscribed. Let's go. Appreciate you. Been listening to you and enjoying your show for a while now. Sorry it's Curtis. That's okay, bro. That's okay. In case you did not know, statistically speaking, it takes the average user 8 times of interfacing with someone to actually subscribe to the channel. If you guys have been with us for multiple times and you have not subscribed yet, I'm not mad at you. It's just a part of the process. Thank you for coming back. Whether you subscribe or not, your time today is very much appreciated. Be sure to set your clocks. Give me 10, 15, 20 minutes of your time. Smash the like button, and let's move forward. Corner kick awarded to Norway. Corner kick for Norway. And coming in to kick this one, it is Martin Odegaard, the team captain, who made history for Norway by playing for the national team at just 15 years old. Let's see what this man can do. Odegaard. Corner. It's in. It's dangerous. A whistle came in. A whistle came in, so redo kick. It looked like Sorloth was on the other end of it. Berg was being bear hugged on the play. And these corner kicks are messy here. Looks like Bergo was being bear hugged in the play. Redo kick. Once more. Odegaard puts this in the box. This is a shot. It's going to be blocked right here by a defender. That was almost a guaranteed goal. Great defense again for Ivory Coast. Through ball. Is it going to be sniffed out? Who's going to get there first? Clears the danger here. Puts this thing away. It's Ivory Coast with the ball inside of Norway's defensive third. Looks like a whistle coming in again. We're waiting maybe a couple subs. This could be a VAR here, guys. The official looks like he's getting something in his headpiece right now. He's trying to hear what the official has to say. We could be looking at a VAR, maybe. The official says no. Play on. Okay. So they were looking to see if it was going to be a goal or not because the shot was deflected by one of the defenders. Not a penalty kick, no VAR coming in either. It was just a quick conversation between the officials and the game plays on. It is Norway on defense, and it is Ivory Coast approaching the 18-yard box. A pass here to Wahi, and it's going to be stolen right back. Nusa over the ball. Nusa plays this to Odegaard. Odegaard, good footwork here, stays on his feet. Holland gets a pass now, and here comes a counterattack from Norway. Norway is on the run. Erling Haaland towards the middle of the pitch. This is played to the wide side. Nusa going to cut back. Nusa turns things around. Nusa tries to find Haaland, can't get there. Erling Haaland, whistle comes up anyways, offsides, and it's a free kick for Ivory Coast. Calvin Jacobs, thank you, my friend. We're going to a hydration break, which means I'm going to take a quick look and see what's going on statistically here. We broke the first goal. We are still looking for 150 more. We probably won't get there, but that's okay. How cool would it be to get to 143 by the end of today? Not going to beg, going to earn them from you guys today. We're going to start by providing as much value as possible. Here is the schedule, guys. Taking a look at the rest of today, it is France and Sweden next, Mexico and Ecuador tonight. 3 games today. We'll have 3 games tomorrow as well. Early day tomorrow. Keep that in mind, guys. Our first game, you're probably going to be at work. It's hump day. Giggity. But 11 a.m. kickoff time for England, DR Congo. 3 p.m. and all these times are Central Standard Time because I live in San Antonio, Texas. Belgium, Senegal, USA, Bosnia, Herzegovina. Those will be the 3 games tomorrow. Now on Thursday, I could find myself unable to cover this first game between Spain and Austria because of baby duties, but I will be live at 6 p.m. and at 10 p.m. for sure for Portugal and Croatia. I'd love to cover this 2 p.m. game. Not 100% sure if I'll have coverage for this, but I will do my best. Then, of course, Friday, the final games of the first knockout round here: Egypt, Australia, Argentina, Cape Verde, Colombia, and Ghana. That's going to be the games coming up for this round of 32. Okay, round of 16 is next. We saw Paraguay take care of Germany. Paraguay is through. This game right now, Ivory Coast and Holland, the winner of this game will go on to face Brazil. And that Brazil game will happen July 5th, ladies and gentlemen. 2 games on the 4th of July. It'll be Canada and Morocco. We know that for sure. Canada and Morocco now over here. It's going to be Paraguay and one of these 2 teams, whether France or Sweden, playing on the 4th of July. Fireworks there. Tonight we'll know for sure if Mexico or Ecuador will advance to the next stage. Tomorrow morning we'll know for sure if England or DR Congo will advance to the next stage. Brazil is waiting right now watching this game. If you're a Brazil fan, you're probably very interested in who's going to win this game. Tomorrow we will also cover USA and Bosnia. That'll be our 3rd game of the day tomorrow. Lots of football left to go, guys. Really excited for all of these games here. Very excited for all of these games here. Norway cannot lose this game or it is elimination, says Uptunik. That is facts, my friend. Creeping on the down low, says Swaggy. I need Ivory to score. Ivory Coast dirty. I hope they lose and never make it back, says Nicholas Sampson. Spain already won, so no worries. That's what everyone said about Germany. That's what everyone said about the Netherlands. Guess what, man? Austria is not a pushover team. Austria is here. Swaggy says, don't go chasing waterfalls. I'm nervous. Clutching my pearls for Norway, says, may the force be with you. Well, Norway made a few substitutions just now. Let's take a quick look at who the substituted players are. Looks like Nusa and Sorloth have been substituted out for Norway. At the 71st minute, Antonio Nusa, who was carded earlier, has been substituted out for Sheldrup. Sheldrup is going to be the player who comes in. Here's an attack for Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast. And a chance for Ivory Coast to shoot inside the box. It's going to be blocked by Norway. Played to the right-hand side. Here comes a run for number 22 who just got substituted on. It's going to be Oscar Bob who's in for Alexander Sorloth. Sorloth looks like he's done for the day. So a run up the pitch. Erling Haaland looked like he was going to get there in time. He did not. By the way, guys, this game could definitely end 1-0. 20 minutes less than for Ivory Coast to find the equalizer, or this game is over. Just heard a super chat coming in right here. Just heard a super in my headset. Can we do that Norwegian boat thing with the drum? Doom, doom, whoo! Doom, doom, whoo! They're doing it right now, honestly. Still, best team Selly of the World Cup. No doubt about that. 72 minutes are gone. Welcome to today's live stream, folks. Looking for some newbies in the chat, guys. If this is your first time, second time, or third time watching, drop 5 emojis for me, will ya? Whatever you want, doesn't matter to me. They can be any emojis. Just drop 5 and I will know that you are new. Norway playing all the way back to their keeper again. They're going to boot this one forward, and it's going to be dropped down to the ground by Peterson. Peterson's now on the run. He's being chased from behind. Much faster, Diamande. They're rowing the boat right now. Norway has a lot of help here. First timer for Blaze. What up? Blaze Face Dog saying hello. We got Ash Edit saying hi. What up, first timer? Casey says I'm back. Football Ninja from Mexico. What up, Football Ninja? Chen the Khan. What up, Chen the Khan? Fist bumps to you, sir. Ivory Coast at the midfield line. 3 attackers for Norway, meeting the 3 defenders right now of the Ivory Coast. Pablo, welcome. Pablo's in the chat. Robert Garcia's in the chat. Norway's in the box. Excuse me. It is not Norway in the box. It's Ivory Coast. And Ivory Coast will score! The Ivory Coast is in. It's a shot for Diallo. A left-footed shot inside the small box. And the score is there. Ready, set, go! Ivory Coast is in. We're level. 75 minutes into this match, with just a few minutes here left to go. 15 minutes left to play. And Ivory Coast finds a way in. Here we go. Shout out to those of y'all in this chat right now, to all the newbies who checked in and dropped their 5 emojis. Midnight Sayonara, welcome. Mike says hello. Looks like Kalachi says hi. What up, Kalachi? Shout out to Athulaya. George, what up, George? We've got Bog. We've got Francis saying hi. Jeff with the fist bump. Paul Roberts, Diplomatic Brat in the chat. Y sigo siendo rey de corazones drops this right here. We've got Blaze dropping the eyes right now. Vincenzo Martin dropping it here. Fisher says fire. May the force be with you. Eyes open. Looks like Melieve is angry about it. Mark Himmer says hello. Never mind. Wow, nice shot, says Swaggy McNoleg. Stragamalia is in the chat right now as well. All righty, folks, here we go. Let's get back to the action. It is Norway and Ivory Coast. The goal was made here by the Ivory Coast. We are now level. It is 1-1. Can Norway find a way back? It is Ivory Coast who just found the answer, the equalizer here. 1-1, level pegging once again. Berga turns around, plays this to Odegaard. Odegaard looks to the left, looks to the right. It was only a matter of time, man. Ivory Coast has been knocking on the Norwegian door, and the pounding of the drum seems to have been more of a distraction than a focal point here for Norway. Odegaard looks to the right, looks to the left. Now it looks like Norway is playing a little bit more hesitant here. A touch for Erling Haaland. Haaland plays to the left. Wide again we go. Looks like it's going to be a cutback. A chip into the box. One more into the air. Can Haaland get there? Bad touch right there. Someone put on your big boy pants and let it fly. Take a damn shot. All right. Looks like Kalachi says that Haaland will score in 4 minutes. Here is a throw-in now. Looks like Peterson. To the right. One more. It is Odegaard. Odegaard plays to the middle. Berg Gives here again. And cutting back, good move. Maybe a chip into the box. This is going to be deflected away by Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast is on the run. There are attackers coming in. Nice move right here. Played that a little bit wide. There is support at the bottom of the screen. Here comes another dangerous play for the Ivory Coast. Who will get there first? The official says no foul. And maybe now a chance to counter for Norway. Looked like a foul to me. Looked like a foul to me. At the edge of the 18-yard box. No penalty, turns out. Okay. Odegaard with the ball right now as they approach midfield. Played to the left-hand side. Here comes a run for Norway. Norway plays it up to Sheldrup. I think that's right. To the middle. Maybe one more. Odegaard, are you going to take the shot or are you going to tiptoe and just practice your ballet? Who's going to take the shot here for Norway? Norway outside the box. 4 orange jerseys standing close by. The entire Ivory Coast squad has parked the bus right now. Good chip forward, and this is going to be wrapped up quickly here by Fofana. Fofana does a good job. We might get extra time, guys. Running out to the left-hand side, it's Diomande. Diamande's on the move. Diomande looking to end up flipping this game on its head. Diomande lays it flat. This is going to be a cross that is going to be well deflected here. Looks like a corner kick. Offsides flag goes up. Free kick now for Norway. Little contact inside the box. Sheldrup. That's okay. Mario, damn, bro. What's up, Joseph? How you doing, man? Welcome back. Norway is just a bluff and nothing else, says Ash Edits. Another penalty game incoming, says J-Dog Vids. Maybe J-Dog Vids, but this is a good game nevertheless. Here comes an attack now for Norway. Norway to the middle. It's Odegaard. Odegaard has it in a dangerous area. It's played to the right-hand side. Here's a whip into the box once more. It's cleared out by the Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast will clear once more. We just crossed 500 likes on the channel, guys, or on this live stream. Thank y'all for hitting the like button, those 2,300 people watching this live stream. Played to the right. Peterson gives to Odegaard. Odegaard looks backwards, gives to Bob. You heard that right. It's Mr. Bob. Bob the Builder. Can he score? Yes, he can, maybe. Here comes a chance. Bob the Builder. What's he going to do? Wins the ball back right now for the Norway squad. And swarming the Ivory Coast. Coming in like the killer bees right now. Here's a play to the left-hand side. Number 5, Wolf plays it wide once more. Sheldrup. Sheldrup approaches the corner of the box here. Looks to the middle. Finds Berga. Berga. Short. Odegaard. Take the shot. Take the damn shot. Odegaard, do something. Why are you wearing the captain's sleeve if you're too scared to shoot? 10 minutes in, or 10 minutes left. Nice touch here by Peterson. Peterson rainbows this back to himself, and it looks like it's cut out again by the Ivory Coast, and they play in their triangles. Looking good. Pass, deflected, back to the left. Diomande goes back, and towards the middle. Looks like we might have a player cramping up right now for Ivory Coast. As he gets up, it's Diallo. Diallo, who just substituted in, is down here. Looks like he's back spasming or cramping or something. The official looks down at him, says, "What are you crying about? What's wrong? Get up. Get up." Turns around and walks away from him. Hey, I know you. That's Cooper Flagg watching this game. Lots of basketball players here in these games. DJ Jean says pickle juice. He's down on the ground. It's Diallo, the man who scored the goal for the Ivory Coast. He's on his back. He's got his knees up to his chest right now. Looks like he's got some sort of back issue, back spasm. They're showing the replay on the shot, how he scored. Not sure what's going on right now, but the clock has stopped. The pattern is definitely repeating, says Wayon Joy. David Hampton said, "Get that boy some milk." Hey, that boy needs some milk, says David Hampton. Cooper Flagg? You don't know who Cooper Flagg is? Or are you trolling Cooper Flagg? The #1 overall pick in last year's draft. Let's see. The time waste starts, says Felipe Felipe, what's going on? Let's go. Ivory Coast says calculated risk. Here we go. I see y'all. Who scored for Norway and Ivory Coast? The goal scorer for Norway, ladies and gentlemen, is no longer on the pitch. It was Nusa. For Ivory Coast, it was Diallo. I'll say that one more time. The goal scorer for Norway was Antonio Nusa. The goal scorer here for Ivory Coast was the substitute Diallo. Nusa has been substituted out. He picked up a yellow card. Shelderup is in for him now. Diallo was the substitute who came in from Ulai. Here comes another substitutions. Looks like Arsnes is coming in for Norway. And substituting out right now looks like Marcus Peterson, so number 17 for 16. That actually helps Norway, in my opinion. Arsnes is probably the better of the two defenders out there, if I do say so myself. And a fresh pair of legs, not a bad idea for Norway. I believe that's their third substitution there. You can see Fredrik Arsnes getting substituted right now on the pitch for Marcus Peterson. Okay, it is Norway with the ball. Norway's on the run. It is Odegaard with possession. Odegaard cutting back right here. Let's see what they can do. Looking to the right, playing to the right. Arsnes gets his first touch of the game. Plays this one forward to Bob the Builder. He goes backwards one more time to Odegaard. Odegaard looks back, and they go to the back line. Looks like this time Ayer gives to Wolf. Wolf plays up to Berg. It actually looks like Shelderup. Berg is outside the box right now. This is played backwards to Hegem. One more touch right now for Odegaard, who is open. Odegaard looks the direction. He does see the open man, believes he was offside, passes backwards to Arsnes. I wrote down the wrong number. It's number 14 for Arsnes, not 17. Arsnes not over the ball right now. It's Shelderup. Shelderup back towards Berga. Berga gives back to Shelderup. They are at the far side here. Nice footwork. There's a pass to the letter D that's going to be broken away. Here's a header to the left-hand side. It's test trapped by Wolf. Wolf plays it back to Berga one more time. And they're just hanging out at that corner. You can see this right down here, guys. Still trying to figure out a pass into the box. The pass goes in. The pass comes out. It's deflected. A throw-in awarded now. So a throw-in is awarded now to Norway as they approach this box, this attacking area. It is thrown in backwards here. And Norway going to play short ball here at the sideline, looking for something better. Odegaard towards the middle of the pitch. Now we're in that circle here as it goes all the way back to Ayer. 5 minutes left to go. Is Norway hoping for extra time? Because they sure are playing like that's what they want. The hesitancy, the level of just this, they're just so tentative and apprehensive to make a move. Bob, there you go. There's a pass. There it is. There's the chance. There's the shot. It's in! Erling Haaland! Haaland! Goal! Erling Haaland gets the pass and just gently, bloop, just gently kicks that one in, knowing that he could not afford to miss the goal. Erling Haaland will score. It is now 2-1 Norway. It is now 2-1 Norway. Erling Haaland gets the goal at a fantastic moment. So, metal hair, says Swaggy. Someone says, Martin says, that's game. Not sure, says, are you? Not sure, says, there goes my complimentary tinnitus from this challenge. From this channel. My complimentary? Yeah. Boom. The audience is now deaf. Yeah, now you guys are going to need subtitles for the rest of this game since I blew your ears out. Here we go. Row, says Tommy Brasket. Ooh. Ooh. We're going to hear those here in just a second. Erling Haaland scores again. That is 60 goals in 53 games for him. Did you hear that? 60 goals in 53 games. Pape being substituted out right now. Erling Haaland, 60th Norway goal. Pape for Diakati for, I missed the name right there. Here comes the goalkeeper coming out, but know that Nicolas Pape has now been subbed out with 5 minutes left to go. Less than. We got 3 minutes here left to go. Who do you think is going to win, Sweden or France? I'm taking France, man. I'm taking France to win the whole World Cup. My dark horse team just got eliminated yesterday. My dark horse team was the Netherlands. My front runner for me was France. My only other backup team, I would say, is either going to be Argentina, who is very, very likely to win this cup again, something that hasn't happened since like 1950-something, to win back-to-back World Cups. And believe it or not, man, go Team USA. 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 Rooting for it. All right, 2 minutes here left to go. Norway up 2-1. And all Norway has to do is control the ball here. Here's another pass up to Erling Haaland. Haaland looks like he's going to fight for the ball. Almost gets it. Good teamwork here for Odegaard. Odegaard waits for some support. Bob is in the box now. Bob looks back to Odegaard. Odegaard works to the right. Odegaard gives to Bob. Bob is now way outside towards the flanks. A kick comes in. It's going to be a throw-in now here for Norway. Mexico is beating Argentina, says Osarn. What up, Osarn? Shout out to Vince saying USA. Let's go Norway, says Ralph. Okay, all right. Looks like the whistle, maybe? No, throw-in coming in for Ivory Coast. Okay, Conan to throw in. Ivory Coast definitely running out of time, guys. Quick question, though. How many minutes of added time will we get? I'm guessing +5. What do you think? How many minutes of added time are we going to get here, ladies and gentlemen? Here comes Diamande. Diamande. Hazer says +5. Out to the right and inside the box. Maybe a chance. No. +6 maybe, says Optunic. Charles says +7. Zhao says 6. J-Dog says 5. Amador says 5. Robert says 6. Not sure says 3. DJ says 5. All right. Norway wins the ball here, and on the run, Norway just going for it now. Looks like Ivory Coast has given up. Erling Haaland maybe again, turns around, maybe a chance. Erling Haaland gonna shoot and gonna miss. He wanted to lay this back for someone else to take the shot. Erling Haaland shakes his head. He was like, dude, I gave you that. What happened? That's okay. Save some time. Vince says America will win the goal, will win this World Cup. Ooh, it's +7, guys. +7 of added time is what we're getting. It's a lot of extra time here. Why not more, says Mr. Mojo. I need a card to hit my parlay, says David. David needs another card to get his parlay. He's got 7 minutes for that. David, just remember, if you are losing your bets and continue to lose your bets, man, I personally have had much more luck investing than gambling. If you guys are spending more money on the sports betting platforms like Underdogs, Prize Picks, Kalshi, Polymarket, all those other trash sports betting apps that continue to cost young men their livelihoods, you should consider investing with Acorns instead. It's a great place to start if you've never invested before. There's a link in the description down below. All right, guys, Norway up by 1. It's not a comfortable lead. They need an insurance goal right now. Norway is going to be awarded nothing here. So no free kick, no foul. Out to the right-hand side. This clearance is going to be deflected by the Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast gets the ball back. Dangerous place to get the ball back. Kone, here's a chance. A whip to the face of goal. Cleared out one more time. Who's going to get there first? Here was a dangerous play. It was Conan, not Kone. My apologies. A chance here for the Ivory Coast just outside the box. Out to the right-hand side they go. Here comes a pass into the box, and now looks like it's going to be Kessie, and this is back post. Ooh, looks like Erling Haaland or someone in the box got taken out right here. slamming down on the ground. Diamande believes he was the one who was fouled. Had to touch that one there. The keeper, dangerous play right now. 5 minutes left to go. Can Ivory Coast level this out in the next 5 minutes? Can I eat an acorn instead of a ghost pepper, says Pakistan Zindagood. Are acorns edible? Ooh, Erling Haaland barely scored that goal, man, honestly. Backwards hat Mario, new chapter been written yet, says Swaggy. 1-2, says KW. It is right now. Go Norway. ECG, woo. Argentina are the current winners, but they are the men, question mark. But are they the guys? I do believe they are, man. Few more substitutions. Looks like Toure is about to enter here. And 2 more subs for Norway. Conan and Diamande being pulled here. Excuse me, for Ivory Coast. So Conan and Diamande being pulled here for the Ivory Coast. That is their 5th and final substitutes. 4 minutes left to go. You can make flour with acorns. I did not know that. I did not know that. I thought you were betting on Norway, bro, says Mr. Blue. Nah, man, I don't bet anymore. I grew out of that phase. I will bet if I'm playing at a card table or if I'm making like a heads-up bet, but even then I don't like to gamble money. I like to bet fun challenges like Pakistan Zindagood. He was very brave and willing to make the bet that Germany was going to win this entire World Cup. We bet a ghost pepper challenge on it. And so Pakistan Zindagood owes me, if he wants to, obviously. I'm not going to hold him to it. But owes me a ghost pepper challenge video. And when he sends that to me, we're going to add his channel, and we're going to plug that in, guys, so everyone can go check out his channel while he eats that ghost pepper. It'll be fun. Okay, guys, so looks like 3 minutes here left to go. Sangare looks like he can't get control of the ball. He'll throw this in. 3 minutes here left to go, and all the Ivory Coast fans in the crowd not looking very amused at this point. Far side of the pitch, Ivory Coast plays this back towards the top of the box. Do they have the angle? Nice 1-2 play. Not nice enough. Bad play right there by Norway. It's won back by Ivory Coast in the attacking third. They've got so many committed to this one. It's going to take a deflection right now as they play that into the box. Another chance for Sangare, maybe. Sangare is going to be pushed over. A free kick in a dangerous area. Ivory Coast for a free kick. Sangare and Odegaard trading words with each other. Bob getting involved. Players pushing each other. It's a shoving match. It's wasting more time. Shoving match right now. Even the referee's like, I want to be a part of this mosh pit. So now we've got a mosh pit. And everybody pushing each other around. Someone's going to start 1-2 stepping in here on the mosh pit. Little mosh pit right now has been broken up. Looks like the breakdown is over. The breakdown is over, and a free kick is awarded in a very dangerous area, guys. This is a dangerous free kick here for Ivory Coast, and there should be a wall here. If there's not a wall, a well-placed wall, there's some distance. Bro, this is crazy. Wall of death, says Cowboy Bill. Maybe. A shot, maybe. It's on goal! No! A save that had to happen. What a save by the keeper. The shot was on goal and going in. Absolute beautiful fingertip save right there with the left hand. And must-have save for Nyland. Nyland saves the day. That was a perfect save. 1 minute to go. This one goes in, and it goes right back outside of the box. Looks like Ivory Coast continues to fight for a chance. Throw-in awarded now to Norway. Looks like Ivory Coast is starting to feel like that was their last chance. It was. It was a beautiful shot, guys. It was a beautiful shot. A much-needed save. If he had placed that shot just 6 inches further towards the post, that would have been the back of the net. Instead, we've got it here with the keeper. It is Fofana Fofana says we don't have time. He boots this all the way up the pitch. Who will get to the ball first? Looks like it's touched by Wahi. And here comes a chance. Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast sliding challenge and stays in right now. Looks like corner kick has been awarded. Okay. Oh, no. Ivory Coast corner kick. The goalkeeper has been given the green light. There are now 10 players inside the box, including the goalie here. Okay. The goalie is pressed all the way into the Ivory Coast or into the Norway box. Here we go. Last chance effort. The kick is up. The header. No. And it will be Ivory Coast again. The official has not blown the whistle just yet. It's played to the right, and there we go. That is it. Final whistle. It is game over. Norway will win this game. Norway wins this game. The score is 2-1, and Norway will advance. Ivory Coast, thanks for playing. But it's over. Erling Haaland, 60th goal in his 53rd game. Camera focused on him. Nothing Ivory Coast can do now. Well, it was fun, guys. Fun game, nevertheless. Looks like we fell short of our goal today. That's fine, guys. Looks like we'll have to pick it up next time. If y'all are still watching, though, maybe we can at least get 8 more people to subscribe. We were looking for 108, but that's okay. Shout out to you guys. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. Ashley says, row. Hey, Mario, how does Acorns work? Can I do it in Canada? I don't know, J-Soul. I actually don't know. I think you can. But if you can't, you know, the app will tell you right there for sure. The Observer saying row. I've got 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 the Observer saying row. Let's go Norway, man. I love it, guys. That was great. Good game. Lots of fun. Now I can go to sleep, says D Casual Game. Appreciate you. Happy to be here for you, Hank Padilla. Love it. Love it. Love it, guys. Row, row, row your boat all the way through the cup. Norway has officially matched the farthest that it has ever gone, which is the round of 16. Norway will be in the round of 16. We've got another game that happens today at 4 p.m., guys. Really quick, let's look at that before I jump off this live stream. So, France versus Sweden is at 4 p.m. Mexico, Ecuador is at 8 p.m. Ivory Coast has just been eliminated. Norway will now play Brazil on July 5th. We now have 2 matches that have become crystal clear. It will be Canada and Morocco, Brazil versus Norway. Our next game, we will find out who Paraguay is going to play in the round of 16. It will be either France or Sweden in the round of 16. And tomorrow, our first game will be England versus DR Congo. Holy hell, says Electric Feel. France is the favorite for sure. Looking forward to those matches. Wearing a red polo shirt today. That's a sign, says Cowboy Bill. Darwin, neither will Ivory Coast, says Nicholas Sampson. All right, guys. 2100 in San Antonio now. I've got 2. Yeah, it's 2 p.m., so what is it, 1400? It's 1401 right now here in San Antonio, Texas. I'll be here for the other game, says Ashley Deverick, and I keep that promise. Thank you, Ashley. Rock and roll. Savage Life X Glock Dookie says, Mario, what state are you from? I'm from Maryland. Game's at 5. We're in San Antonio, Texas, my friend. We are in Central Standard Time. If you take a look at all of these and zoom in, it does says PMCT. So if you screenshot this, guys, it is Central Standard Time. And I always keep it in Central Time for myself, so please make your adjustments accordingly. This game for England, DR Congo. If you're on the West Coast, this is a 9 a.m. game. If you're on the East Coast, this is a 12 p.m. game. For me in Central Standard Time, 11 a.m. tomorrow. Again, for France, Sweden, On the West Coast, it'll be 2 p.m. Mountain Time, it'll be 3 p.m. Central Standard Time is 4 p.m. Eastern Time is 5. Same is true for Mexico, etc., etc., etc. All right, guys. Well, do you like the Miami Heat? Well, I like them more now that they've got Giannis. Or are you saying, do I like the Heat in Texas? Because, no, I don't, but it's the hand we've been dealt. Got you. Thank you. Be safe, Sis Savage. Take care, man. Francis at 5 p.m. Eastern. You heard the man. All right, guys. We're here all day, says B. Johnson. Well, I won't be here all day. I'm going to go take a quick break in between these live streams. There's a good chance that this France-Sweden game goes into extra time. There's a really good chance that Mexico-Ecuador goes into extra time. So we're going to rest the voice. I've got an hour, actually. I can go work out right now. I got 2 hours till kickoff. So I'm probably going to go do that. There's no baby in the house. Oh, there's no baby in the house. That makes me sad. That's okay. I can go work out, be super productive. Anyways, I'm done for this live stream. I will leave the chat room open so you guys can fight with each other and do all that fun stuff in the chat for the next couple of minutes. But you've been watching Football Nation. We'll be live for the France and Sweden and the Mexico-Ecuador game, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations to Norway, who won this game 2-1 over Ivory Coast. I will leave this page up so y'all can see the schedule. And until next time, let's effing go. Don't forget to check out the website, footballnationusa.com, and follow us on Instagram as well. You can watch highlights of these games on Instagram. YouTube won't let us do it, but Instagram is the Wild West. You can watch highlights of this game and some of the play calls out on Instagram if you're still here. All right, guys, until next time, my name is Mario. You've been watching Football Nation. Let's effing go. Peace out, y'all.